Hey. I'm that same old body with the steez. In a baked outfit, got a shark on the hood of my top and an ape on my tee. Been a minute since I linked with the bro, said link up soon, let's talk over tea. These days it's all about flex and talk, but bro, I'm trying to make this pee. I got a text from the bro in Cali telling me sit tight's gonna make me a beat. In a guy for the stylish babe on a stylish date, trying to make me a treat. She tryna talk about rovers, it's over, I'm tryna bag this dream. 2 sets, let me take this call, gotta ski real soon, tryna pattern this G. It's been OT nights, bit far from the den, tryna get big checks and the cash flow speed. A couple boys on the block, man, I've been lapping on locals and socials, man's looking all hot. Tell the youth to stay off the violence and make peace, don't worry about. I'm just keeping it real, man, you know my dough, trust me, big words to my pops. In the yard at the end with the broski, man, you know me, I'm taking. Don't talk like you know my thing when you're around my I send you to the shops. My bro just came uptown with the latest trends and a few odd cops. In a vintage whip, just gliding, stay sliding in a coupe drop top. Hey, baby girl, I got Tino Tetley. Wait, tell me why you never come check me. You tell me that I'm way too spendy. Wait, babes, I'm just too flexy. I got eyes on my chest, that's Fendi. Step to a high class. And I'm still in a tech fleece. My bro got a coupe, that's a Bentley. Money come nice, get plenty. Got a foreign little baddie in the crew with the face caked up, but you know that's. Took a snap in the E-class coupe, now she tryna ask who's picking up in the Benz. Come off that flex, man, I'm not tryna flirt, man, you know I'm just friendly. These times, man, I might rather lose on the way to a crib, so she know I step pricey. Her old man left like a weirdo, I'm a hero, money ain't nothing like me. Can't force my flex at the function, do it nicely, be subtle, man, lightly. Got my game back in like 010, but man, YGs, I'm in love with the 90s. Don't show me no stripes, my bro, man, that's not like me, only step in the Nikes. True say my bro got a check, but I said lie with, man, just spend that wisely. Don't flex your checks on Snapchat or IG, don't do it on IG. Lie, bro, yeah, don't do it on IG.
Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And as always, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines. The Thunder enjoying this break from the road.
And you can tell that both teams will be a little on edge in this one, given the rivalry these teams have. It could be an emotional game.
And who doesn't love this stuff? Two teams that have beef. Look, the stakes are a little bit higher, and it should make this a very interesting matchup.
Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at them now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
Here's Wembanyama. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Fox. Shot's good by Duren.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Wembanyama. No good from Duncan. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks. Mark Daigneault and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him the approach they're going to take with De'Aaron Fox, and Coach said that Fox's speed is the big challenge. He said we're dealing with maybe the fastest player in the league, so we've got to be high energy at the defensive end. They know they have their work cut out for them. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Let's just say that was an ill-advised pass there. Very close to a turnover.
Pass to Duncan. Spurs working the ball around now. And it's Vassell in the corner. Here's Castle. Not enough on that one as it misses. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
Size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Fox. And they pick up 2.
And they've scored several times already here. In the first quarter. On the inside.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The Spurs making a switch here. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Trailing by 4. Pass to Wembanyama. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Gilgeous-Alexander. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. Right side, Fox. The shot by Ivy, no good.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Knocked away. Pass to Holmgren. And here is Dort. 5 on the clock. Launches a 3.
And the incredible reach of Wembanyama, helping him knock away that one.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Off the inbound. Sasser against the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Vassell. From down in the low post, it goes.
Boy, Vassell has a smooth offensive game. This man just makes it look easy.
Wallace outside. The screen from Kemp. Down low. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Pass to Ivy. It's Vassell on the wing. Here's Wembanyama. The Thunder pull it in. There's 47 seconds left in the first. And stolen by Vassell. To the middle. Here's Duncan. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from, and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
And San Antonio has possession, following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Here's Wallace. No good on the triple. A pass to Fox. Floats one up. And it's sent back by Kemp. And so the first quarter is in the books. Thunder lead by 4. After this break, we'll be back with 10. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
On the wing, Wiggins. A 3-ball. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. San Antonio trailing here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with his guys.
Let's see what you got. Substitution on the court.
So it's the Spurs now. They trail by 1. Here's Fox. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Porter inside. Good D by Holmgren. Pass to Duren. Outside, Dort. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. San Antonio with the rebound. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Wembanyama, no good. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Here's Castle. Scoreless thus far. Outside Porter. They get it again. Second chance shot. And Wembanyama too much inside.
You know, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against 2 made shots. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Into the lineup for the Spurs, Sandro Mamu.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pulls from the top of the key. Castle misses. The Thunder with the lead.
Oh, yes! Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide open shooter and just gets him the ball.
Duncan in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Duncan's got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Tim Duncan grabs the miss.
He tried to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Dort got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Duncan throws it down.
Yeah, and at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there and just hammering it home.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Fox with the steal. Pass to Duncan. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. And here's Porter. Three-pointer. And no good. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Oklahoma City out in front. They're up by 1. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center. For this, we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Fox goes in, and it's Fox with the jam.
Explosive move by Fox, and if you're the defense, you've got to come to expect that.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Off the inbound. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. San Antonio leading. Fox with it. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. The baseline J off the mark. Pass to Holmgren. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Castle. Wembanyama with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. by Williams. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know.
Ooh, what a slam!
Oh, my.
What a slam!
Gracious. And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. It's Fox with the drive. Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. Fox has got 6.
The defense looking helpless to stop Fox. This guy fears no one.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox. The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
On the wing, Duncan. Good D by Holmgren.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Basket counts.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
Here's Fox. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Nobody near Williams. Off target with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Outside, Fox. Williams with the block. They get it back. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
Spurs substitution.
1:57 left in the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Guarded now by Duncan. Holmgren wide open. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
And Wembanyama puts up a deep 3. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's Dort on the wing. Williams looking over the floor. Pass to Holmgren. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Holmgren's got the lead up to 7 now for the Thunder. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Here's Fox. And nothing is falling for him right now. The Thunder leading by 7. And Wiggins throws it down.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. The screen from Kemp. Wallace. Pass to Hartenstein. Goes back up. Shakes him. The rebound by Ivy. Spurs trail by 7. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. They get it back. Second chance effort. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
And the Spurs making a change here. The Thunder leading by 6. To the inside. Kemp can't hit. Now Ivy. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside.
The Spurs, 34.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Wallace, right side. Wiggins in the post. Kemp with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
It's stolen by Kemp. And now it's Wallace running. He can go all the way.
That's a pretty serious blow, guys. I mean, they are showing they want this game. Staying active defensively and putting up some quick points.
Here's Ivy. Misses the three.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Outside for Kemp. Here's Sasser. Pass to Hartenstein. 6 to shoot. Sasser gets the bucket. And now it's a 12-point Oklahoma City lead.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And that one's good by Porter.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
Count the basket. And the Thunder lead by 11.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Here's Fox. The three. That's tipped. And he stays with it. Ivy, no one around him. Off target from outside.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not a big thing. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
And yes, it's good. Sasser's got the lead up to 13 now for the Thunder. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is getting steals, and that can be attributed to their tenacious style defensively.
What sets Fox apart is how dynamic and explosive he is. He can take off at any moment in any direction.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. Coach told his guys, lock in, this is it. Leave everything out on the floor. A simple message down the stretch. We'll see if it resonates. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. The Thunder leading by 12. Here's Holmgren. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Pass to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Right side, Dort. Holmgren with it. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes it inside. The layup missed. Here's Castle.
Oh, yeah. Castle can leap up to the rim. The rookie putting some power behind that finish.
To the paint. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Fox. Here's Castle. No good on the 3. The Thunder lead by 14. And stolen by Vassell. Outside, Fox. The tray. Rebound by Williams.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Second team foul.
1:21 left in the 4th quarter of this one. It's up a 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Outside Fox. Out to the right wing. Pass to Castle. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Thunder.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season. And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Driving to the basket. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Okay. Launch love, cause I refuse to find it. How you real, you crush me when you know I'm solid. Wonder how you feel, like is it on your conscience? So deep, the pain ain't stopped. Pain ain't. Lamar Jackson got a posse. We're cause you used to play like Kaepernick. We got the past that sad to say, but you know I'm mad. Do no peace treaties, it's forever up. The beat your feathers up. Ever when Shorty said don't leave out. You ever seen your homies? I'm talking pain. Some of my look like Ruby Rose. Like Bay used the rose. I know you ain't love me, but tell them how though. Cause I noticed the bad acting like still in tune with the streets. See, I can hear the got me staying on point. I feel like Derek Fish. Hurt, man, I had to cut off my sisters. Almost on the fanny, blitz me for a picture. I'm paranoid, so proceed with caution. When I'm mad, I got an attitude like Steve Austin. My dog and we all lost. Ain't no more.
And I was 14 with a small locket. No more fair ones, now we all hopping. This shit got a kick, but it's not boxing. 100 on my body, that's a regular outing. I'm trying to net 100 million, I can't get it from browsing. I can't get it from scrolling, I used to get it from housing. On the 4th floor in there, and she trying to give me 1,000. Sneaker money. You know you lying, why you speaking funny? The fact, why you speaking to me? Put my phone on D&D for all the leeches. Touring foreign beaches and probably somewhere in Ibiza. Maybe on the road with Albie, 4 O's like an Audi. You know my rebels rowdy. Don't move me like a Lambo on South Beach, that's regular homies doing me. When you up, they start hating, that's how the rhetoric get it.
6'11", at forward, number 14.
Welcome to Wednesday night's NBA action. Here on 2K Sports. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Jordan Poole out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. And for San Antonio, Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Duncan in at the 4.
And that's exactly what you want.
I guess the don't trust you. You belong in the sewer. Somebody should flush you. Nice and comfortable until the medics gotta rush you. Blocks I had to cut through there. It get hazardous. That an all-time high. That ain't the half of it. Trying to add it up in my head, but ain't no math with it. Get next to try to grab a pic. Now they on some rapper. It's nasty. I ain't asked for this. I was just authentic with it. 95 South in a Sprinter with it. Try to get next to you. Usually if they could benefit it. Passionate dog. I need my kids to feel it. That's why I'm up early. Kids to get you stuck early. A long way from when that used to lose, and then I found out how they hate a winner. Come out them, they pay for dinner. Word.
Tell them to shoot. I'm in the loop. I'm out of range. Oh, I stay out the way. Got another side on me. I like to get it poppin', but these in my business got me out here choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me. Keep it silent. In the I be screaming, but outside I keep it quiet. Keep it all low ski. I'm the lowest of the lowest. But then you can keep it high, nobody low. I need you to get the f*** on my space. Replacements on the way, please don't play. Feeling like a great escape. I need a new trick, gold dogs don't change. Now you're making love no more. You got a new what the f*** you crying for. I'm moving savage, calling on my favorite. You know how to reach me every time that it plays it right. You rise up and fly, but committed crime. Wherever long, I'm on cigarette spot.
Deep in the heart of Texas, San Antonio, the scene for the Nets. A knockdown shooter with positional size to take on a variety of... Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Williams at the small forward. And for the Spurs, they've got Castle. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Duncan. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Fox in at the point. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
Johnson kicks to Poole. Williams against Vassell. And Williams, here we go. And Claxton throws it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Fox from outside. It's hauled in by Claxton. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Fox with it. And it's Johnson picking him up.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Shot clock at 6. And here's Poole for 3. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
Oh, goodness. Oh, man, what an incredible throwdown by the rookie Castle. Wow.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Johnson outside. Outside Thomas. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
And he banks in the layup.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Aiden Ivey, he's checked in for Castle. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for the Nets. Here's Johnson. Pass to Claxton. Now, here's Melton. For 3, Cam Thomas, and that's good.
Cam Thomas is a guy who is always shot ready. Nice catch and shoot there.
Wembanyama. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing. A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And here's Poole for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
The Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. All right, guys, I'm told we're about to connect to our insider, Shams Charania, who has a beat on something. Hey, Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, guys. And it's the Toronto Raptors in transaction news today. Their fans are going to be excited with this deal because Trae Young has a flair for the dramatic. He makes impossible shots, highlight reel passes. His confidence never wavers. and I'm told he really believes he's going to be able to succeed moving forward, and that truly rubs off on his team.
Hey, Shams, we appreciate the report. Always some interesting news to find out about the NBA. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, Jordan Poole has shown himself capable from that mid-range.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. We got to talking about Jordan Poole and how you deal with a player like him. Coach smiled and said, we want to be as disruptive for him as possible. Anything we can do to prevent him from getting into a rhythm, we'll do it. Keeping Poole off balance is the plan here. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Too smooth from the mid-range. Defenders can't let Ivy get comfortable from there.
Fox against Poole. Now Thomas is definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Wembanyama. And it goes down 2 points. Wembanyama's got 5 now.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Johnson. Inside and stolen by Wembanyama. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. 1 second left. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for San Antonio. He notched 8 points. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got DeAnthony Melton. Watford out there with Williams. Then it's Sharp, and it's Johnson in at the 2 spot. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Takes a 3. Drops in the tray. Ivy's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Melton passes to Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Ivy dishes to Porter. Offline with his 3. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Trailing by 4. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Here's Ivy. Bangs home the trifecta. Ivy's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Spurs.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on the roll.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Sharp, and Thomas subbed in for Williams. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say with what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he drowns himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Ivy. No good with the triple. Nets trail by 5. 1:53 left in the first half of basketball. Claxton finds Thomas. Claxton a screen on Ivy. And again, it's the Nets missing. San Antonio's gone for the three-pointers 7 times in the second and been successful 3 times.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
DB thinking about Cam Thomas. When he gets on a roll, he is tough to stop.
Kevin, he reminds me a little bit of microwave. Vinny Johnson back in the days of Detroit. When this guy is hot, get out of his way and let him do his thing.
Johnson outside. No good that time. Nice D from Porter. San Antonio leading by 8. Fox with it. Now Thomas defending. And the rejection by Claxton.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers. And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Porter kicks to Ivy. Over Thomas. Cans the shot from the wing. Ivy's got the lead up to 8 now for San Antonio.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Melton. His three-pointers off the mark. The shot and game clock separated by 4. The kick out to Porter. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Pass to Castle. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Melton passes to Claxton. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the Spurs leading by 8. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Guys, I want to talk about something else for just a second. Is it me, or have the alternative jerseys around the league gotten a little too creative? And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a rocky start for the Nets.
They've been a step slow.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Nice game. Great performance by Jaden Ivey.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
They've got Victor Wembanyama. Fox is out there with Castle. And it's Duncan. And it's Vassell in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with.
The size, reach, the bucket is right there for Victor inside.
The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And, Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times. But they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group. A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
Poole, the pass to Johnson. Back to Poole. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox. And it's Fox with the ball for San Antonio. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama getting it done inside.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
The Nets shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Brooklyn ball.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Here's Williams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Devin Vassell.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Shooting for Brooklyn.
And that one falls for Williams. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Here's Castle. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's Fox. Rebound by Williams. Nets trail by 12. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That's Jordan Poole going off the dribble drive, taking advantage of what the defense gives him.
Here's Castle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clearly a foul.
The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game. And he makes the first. And not too long ago, Doris, there were such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible. When Cam Thomas finds a look, folks, he is going to attack.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Spurs leading by 10. Fox deciding where to go with it. That one good for 2. Fox has got 10.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Poole. 7 points in the game. Claxton sets the screen for Poole. 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. San Antonio with the rebound.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
No, D.A., we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. A shot by Johnson, no good. Spurs leading by 14. Vassell, the pass to Duncan. That one misses. Great D that time from Johnson. Johnson attacking. In the corner, it's Melton. Johnson dishes to Johnson. Pass to Watford. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Out to Duncan. Fox against Johnson. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And the shot goes in. 11 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
From the arc. Watford, that's good.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Wembanyama passes to Duncan. Back to Wembanyama. To the right side. The wide open look here for Fox. That drops. Nice speed that time from Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 5 assists in the game. Fox against Melton. There's the 3. And the Nets, another 3.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Spins. Fox kicks to Duncan. Back to Fox. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Melton with the rebound.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Here's Wembanyama slicing to the basket. And he makes that one. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Let's get an update now on Nick Claxton. What's the status, David?
Well, Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Nets. He said it's definitely an ankle sprain and that he feels a throbbing pain. And this is a huge blow. This wasn't the best roster in the NBA coming into the season. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. DeAnthony Melton out there with Johnson. Then it's Sharp, and it's Clowney in at the 4 spot. Pass to Ivy. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Count that one. Wembanyama has got 12 points in just the second half.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
Here's Wilson, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
The Nets making a switch here. Watford's checked in. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. Now he wants his team to stop playing it safe. He said, we've got this lead by doing what we do, and we can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Johnson. 2 points. That one goes.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's Castle. Covered by Johnson. To the wing right side. And taken away by Johnson. Here's Watford. Tries again. And it's Mamu Kalashvili with the rebound. Spurs leading by 13. Going inside. San Antonio again turning it over. And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Thomas. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
Boy, when you talk about rhythm scorer, the first guy or one of the first guys to come to mind is Cam Thomas. Very difficult to slow him down when he gets on a heater.
That's good from Thomas. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster. And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Here's Thomas. A slam dunk by Thomas.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Nets trail by 11. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Duncan's got his 5th rebound in this one. The Spurs have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. And the basket by Castle.
That's a confident shot right there by the rookie. Castle wants to keep improving that part of his game.
Here's Thomas, and the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Fox. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for San Antonio.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Fox from outside. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for San Antonio.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Victor Wembanyama.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Here's Johnson, and the layup is good. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Wembanyama with the bucket. And the Spurs lead by 16.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Wembanyama, first personal foul, second team foul.
And that one falls for Johnson.
Cameron Johnson, 2 shots.
So Johnson hits 2 of them. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Ivy. That 3 off the mark. Wilson against Wembanyama. Fires away from way outside. Off target with that shot. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
I told her if she love me, she'll get my name tatted on her. Leonardo, DiCaprio, what my life was. Yeah.
Stoffmatratzen voll mit Rex. Richtig fettes Pack, bin kein Nerd, doch hab sie einen ab und all black, Rap hier ist hier, don't forget. Verbrenn als Unität, yeah. Mache zu viel Cash, Stoffmatratzen voll mit Racks. Meine Chrome hat Rolling Glance, Rick Owens meine Boots, Rick Owens meine Best. Ja, sie will ein Autogramm auf ihren Mosi-Tags. Bin in Paris, in der Suite, ich chill im Wrist, nicht so viel Tag. Kann nicht laufen, chase back, ich hol sie schnell, ja, ja. Stoffmatratzen voll mit Racks, richtig fettes Pack. Bin kein Nerd, doch hab sie einen ab und
Such an elbows and break it down low to the floor. There you go. Now throw it on me, showing every time I bust a rhyme, baby, give me some more. You say it like that when and I'll be right back. Yeah, that's my very next line.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Hola and welcome to Noche Latina, an NBA celebration of Latin heritage. We're proud to bring it to you here at 2K. If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Caris LeVert. And it's Risacher in at the small forward position. Here's Fox. Lays it up and banks it in.
Becoming more confident and a little bit more poised in terms of how he scores is De'Aaron Fox.
Pass to Daniels. Here's LeVert. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Here's Castle. Let's go with a 3. Fires it in the triple.
You're upgrading the three-point shot. It's big for Castle as he continues to develop.
Here's LeVert, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Fox goes in. It's good.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won one NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Really good passing wing. Risacher isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
Duncan, the pass to Wembanyama. Okongwu with the rebound.
After nailing the first 4 shots of the game, some relief for the defense. They finally missed one.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Johnson, no good on that one. The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. LeVert finds Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Pass to Risacher. No good on the 3. The Spurs have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Fires from the corner. The rebound by Atlanta. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. The kick out to Johnson. Sinks the tray. It's all knotted up.
Well, Johnson's feel for the game keeps showing itself, takes advantage of the space behind the arc.
Wembanyama, no good.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Rebounded by Daniels.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And we just got Shams Charania on the line. Shams, I understand there's some big NBA news. Can you fill us in?
Thank you, B.A. The news right now is about the Toronto Raptors in this trade with the Atlanta Hawks. Their fans are going to be excited with this deal because Trae Young has a flair for the dramatic. He makes impossible shots, highlight reel passes. His confidence never wavers. And I'm told he really believes he's going to be able to succeed moving forward. And that truly rubs off on his teammates.
Good stuff there, Shams. Thanks for keeping us in the loop. 3-pointer, Fox. Rebounded by Ingram. Hawks trail by 3. And Brandon Ingram was the key piece of the Anthony Davis trade. That move changed his career, Brent.
No doubt about it. B.I. won the most improved player of the year in his first season away from the Lakers. So sometimes that change of scenery can open up opportunity and get you a chance to show your excellence.
The first free throw is good.
Yeah, for Daniels, it's still about finding his niche. It's the potential of Daniels that keeps you tantalized, a swingman that can play multiple defensive positions.
Mamukelashvili's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Man comes in for Johnson.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Massey, he's checked in for San Antonio. Michael Porter comes in for Vassell. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Risacher, he's checked in for Daniels. So it's Atlanta now. 4-point game. An open look for Ingram, and he buries his first look.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
And here's Ivey from the arc. Nails it from 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Hawks trail by 5. 46 seconds left to play in the first. LeVert goes against Fox. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And look at those moves in the post. And the smooth finish to go along with it.
Just excellent work around the rim. Back to Porter. Out to the wing. Tries it from 16. And it's Fox missing.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And here's LeVert for 3. Drills it from deep. LeVert's got 9 points.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
And here's Ivey from the arc. The rebound by Mann. Atlanta shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
Shooting for Atlanta, Terrence Mann. Taking 2 shots.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. He's perfect from the line this time. 5 ticks left in the first. From deep. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Caris LeVert has been on display for the Atlanta Hawks, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what do you think about the Hawks here in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. They've got Larry Nance. Terrence Mann is out there with Risacher. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Capella in at the 5, down low. Here's Risacher. No points yet. They get the rebound. Pass to Ingram. Puts up a 3. Rebound by San Antonio. And it's now 11 consecutive wins for them. They are clicking right now.
It's been impressive, and the question now really is, who's going to figure out a way to stop this crew? Each time out, they're finding new ways to win. That is dangerous for your opponent. Really, a myriad of ways in which they're coming at you.
Ingram on the wing. Played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. And that one's good. All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, BA, the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, can have the ball in their hands and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said growth isn't linear. We we want to just keep improving. The players have bought in. They're working. They're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie. Castle's checked in for San Antonio. Fox comes in for McLaughlin. Here's Matthews, and he buries his first look.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Porter's shot is off.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Watch Jalen Johnson. His athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right, B.A.? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare. Just think when he gets his confidence.
And here's Ivey from the arc. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Karis LeVert's checked in for the Hawks. Daniels comes in for Matthews. Here's Daniels. Pass to Okongwu. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
His 4th foul already, and we're not even at halftime. They'll likely limit his minutes the rest of the way.
Here's Daniels. Okongwu, a screen on Fox. To the inside. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
A snappy pass there from Daniels. He knows moving the ball well is a big part of why he's got court time.
Castle for 3. San Antonio again can't hit. Now the Hawks with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. Daniels. Yep, that one's good.
Once he breaks out the crossover, you just know something special is about to happen.
Risacher, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Atlanta shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. 1:49 left in the half. Fox right side. Fires from deep. Fox, that smooth lefty shot.
This quarter, they're doing some real damage from outside the arc. Trying to stay within striking distance here.
Pass to Daniels. Outside Johnson. From 10 feet away. And he comes up with a bucket. Johnson's got his 2nd bucket of the night. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. 1:20 left to play in the 2nd quarter. Here's Castle. Here's Bassi. Yet to see a basket. San Antonio again can't hit.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
On the wing, Daniels. Bassi pulls it in. Spurs trail by 6. Porter from outside. Knocks it down from distance. Porter's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Fox against LeVert. Pass to Okongwu. Knocked loose. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Johnson passes to LeVert. 5 on the clock. From downtown, they grab their own miss. Launches it, and count it. Now 5 for 7.
A real weapon on offense. Once LeVert sees a few go down, you know he's in the zone.
And here's Porter outside, rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Daniels. Here's LeVert. And the layup falls. And it's an 8-point Hawks lead.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Hawks on top, leading by 5. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the 3rd quarter.
And get ready for the band head shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
Acclimating to the league is not that easy. These guys are already accepting the challenges and the rigors of the NBA, and they're crushing it. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which rookie might take. And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Hawks.
Love that they're taking high percentage shots, and it hasn't been easy for them. It's hard to score inside when the defense is collapsing on you.
Thanks for tuning in.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Caris LeVert.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. Here's Daniels. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Daniel's such a shifty player. He has a myriad of ways to get to the free throw line.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempts tonight. And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Vassell, still without a bucket. They've got Castle. He's out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Duncan in at the power forward. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. The confidence that Fox has shown in his shot has skyrocketed the last few years, Brent.
Yeah, the combination, BA, sometimes of you working on your 3 to gain confidence, but the coaching staff also telling you, go ahead and shoot that shot. I think those things have played out for De'Aaron Fox. Look, he can be streaky, but the fact that he's willing to take it is elevating his play.
The shot by LeVert, no good. And a minute played as the second half gets going. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds.
Well, he was very reliable, keeping the ball in his hands during the first half. He's had a bad case of the butterfingers here in the second.
Porter Jr., he's checked in for San Antonio. The Hawks lead by 7. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Porter's shot is off. Atlanta's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And the Hawks lead by 11.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Here's Fox. Fox gets it to go inside.
So slick with the ball. Fox getting in there and busting out a few moves.
Pass to Rizachet. Back to LeVert. Okongwu, a screen on Fox. To the middle. Porter pulls it in.
Well, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Here's Rizachet. He's guarded by Vassell. Pass to Rizachet. For 3. Unable to get that one.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Vassell. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. And now just a 4-point Hawks lead.
The team counts on Vassell for this, a reliable producer of three-point buckets.
Here's Risacher. Here's LeVert. No good again that time. They are so close to taking the lead.
This is one of those games where momentum is key.
Porter's shot is off. Atlanta leading by 4.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Ivy's checked in for San Antonio. Brandon Ingram is checked in for Atlanta. Mann comes in for Daniels. Fox outside. Offensive rebound.
Been pretty interesting to watch Tim through his career have some struggles from the free throw line and then regain his consistency.
These are his first free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. Nance, he's checked in for Atlanta. And that's good as he hits both shots. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Ingram. Back to LeVert. Outside Ingram. Clock at 6. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pass to Fox. Here's Vassell. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists now in this one. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And Atlanta making a change here. Capella's checked in. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Here's Mann. And the layup is good. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Fox, the pass to Porter. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Another dunk in the career of Clint Capella, and he's got a lot of them. Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
Left side man. Got it. Good job in the low post. Mann's got 6.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Oh, nice shot by Ivy.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
18 feet out, and Ivy pulls it down.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And he misses the go-ahead basket. On the wing man, Ivy defends. And here's LeVert for 3. Doesn't go that time. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. Atlanta on top, leading by just 2. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Hawks. We've got Brandon Ingram. Larry Nance is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Krejci in at the point guard position. Here's Ingram, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Jaden Ivey.
Great offensive players can use that pump fake with such advantage. Ingram gets the foul, extra points coming.
That free throw good from Ingram. After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Grant.
Yeah, he scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive too.
Here's Ivy. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Hawks leading. Pass to Ingram. There's the triple. Hits the trifecta. Ingram's gotten 4 this quarter.
Ingram has the skill to do that. A nice job setting up and receiving the pass.
And so it's Ingram with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. The 17-footer. And the jumper is on the mark. Now it's a 6-point Hawks lead.
Like to see that as Ingram hits a shot from the mid-range. It's going to open some things up.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Wide open look. Another one falls for Atlanta.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
So both teams making some changes here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Greg Popovich's huddle. Coach knows they're losing the 3 battle, and he told the team, we need to limit their outside looks, force them to put it on the floor, and make them beat us off the dribble. Back to you, Brian.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Daniels. To the wing, right side. Okongwu has the open look, and the Hawks tack on 2 more.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
Duncan, pass to Wembanyama. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
Pass to Johnson. 3-pointer. San Antonio with a rebound. Outside Wembanyama. Rebounded by Daniels. Daniels has got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Love to see that from Dyson Daniels. He's a gifted passer.
Castle for 3. Doesn't go for him. The Hawks lead by 6. Here's LeVert. And it's Atlanta scoring again.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Wembanyama with a bucket.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Risacher. He's guarded by Vassell. Risacher, no good. San Antonio's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Well, the Hawks shooting very well, 62% and going right at the defense. And it's good. 2 points.
And it seems like Daniels is comfortable all over the floor.
Wembanyama, no good. Fox against LeVert. Outside Johnson. Back to LeVert. Johnson a screen on Fox. The shot by LeVert, no good. It's Fox with a drive. And it's Fox with the jam.
Fox stepping up in the clutch here.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second team.
LeVert with the ball. Johnson on the wing. Fires the 3. Sends it home from 3-point land.
And this is why the coaching staff just continues to encourage Jalen Johnson. Dynamite off the catch.